Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I'd just like to start by saying thank you so much for all your support on my channel, for your likes, shares, comments, subscribes, donations and coffees. It really means a lot and helps me keep the channel going. So for this reading, I'm going to look into a recent story in the press, some of you may have seen, where some Brits have boycotted Arla in terms of their milk and cheese, dairy products, because it's been documented that they fed cattle Bovaer. I had to research that, and it's used to reduce the amount of methane that comes from cattle, but it could be toxic for people. And that's why people are concerned, and there's been some videos of people pouring their milk down the sink, and that's what I've seen. So I'm just going to look into this. I mean, it doesn't sound very good, to be honest. It's chemical, so it's not really something you want to consume, is it? And I feel this has all come out for a reason. We're going to start to see more stories like this about different companies, big brands, I feel, that are going to be exposed for things they put in our food and drink. This is sort of the start of it. And then with the boycotting, people are going to turn to local more so than the big companies, I feel, and this is going to create this change that's happening already. I think it's actually also not just Arla, there are some others that I saw, but we're just going to look in general at these companies and what they're doing. So like a sort of energy reading, then we'll look behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see the moon. The moon speaks of deception, things happening behind the scenes. I'm being guided to do this like a Celtic cross because that flew out on the top. That's what's been happening recently, some of you may have seen. So the current energy, see even here, this person's blindfolded and there's the moon. So people don't know, quite a lot of people don't know what's been going on and that this has been happening behind the scenes, but it's starting to come to light. See, the moon hides things but also reveals things. And some people are at a crossroads because they're now looking at alternatives. Do you know something else? I also believe this is going to happen with major supermarkets. I'm not going to name any, but I'm seeing some go bust, because obviously they'll be affected because they're selling these brands. Some obviously sell their own brands, but this has come about due to something that happened to me. I do online shopping sometimes for groceries here in the UK, and there's been an issue. I've never had this problem before, and it just seems like their whole, I'm not going to name the supermarket, quite a big one, and it's like their whole website has just, it's almost crashed. So I feel they're crumbling already. That's what gave me the sign from Spirit that something's going on there with the food industry in general, sort of groceries, you know. So in the subconscious we've got the King of Swords, and this is someone quite brutal. See, with the sword there's blood on it. This is someone involved in this who doesn't work in those companies, but they're involved. Male, I'm getting. Quite a challenging person. Wow, this building looks like it's on fire. Yeah, and this person's watching what they've done. So this person started it, someone quite prominent. I'm really getting a particular person who's American, initial B. Some of you will know who I'm talking about. So let's see what happened in the past. Wow, these have flown out on there, so there's a link to that energy there in the past. Yeah, that energy has collaborated, like worked behind the scenes with some of these big companies. The world can show abroad, so this is someone who's not even in the UK but has been to the UK. I've seen that in the news. So yeah, that person has been involved in the work that they do. So I'm feeling it's like an investment they made. Spirit's agreeing with the Ace of Swords. So this is like crowning the reading. This speaks of the truth. So the truth is starting to come out. They're trying to block it. They're lying, which links with the moon. So they'll be denying, you know, what Bovaer does. They'll be saying it doesn't harm people. There's not enough of it to get into your system. Well, I don't believe that, because what Spirit's telling me is if it builds up over time, of course it can harm you. It's like if you keep ingesting tiny amounts of poison, you know, in time, that can, well, end someone's life potentially or harm them. So, yeah, lies, they're being defensive in terms of what they're sharing, but the truth is coming out. So let's see the near future. Wow, the Chariot. Yeah, things are going to move forward with the Chariot, victory in terms of this truth. Truth will keep coming out. Hierophant speaks of an institution. 2 major arcana. There's going to be a big change for a lot of these major players, as I said. That's what I'm feeling. Let's take another one. And they flew out over there, as you saw, but we've got 2 more major arcana. Star, healing, and the Fool, a fresh chapter. A new beginning. Obviously that chapter is going to end. There's going to be a new beginning. People will be able to heal. It's interesting we've got water in this card, because I'm also getting, as I said, this is going to be the start of the truth coming out, which has come out there. This is quite a big case for that reason. So there's going to be like other things that are unveiled, but even our water supply. See, it's interesting I said about the video of someone pouring out their milk. So she's pouring out water. So I'm getting like purification, healing, but that water supply being cleansed as well, healed, and our food as well, a new beginning in terms of the food that we eat. Yeah, people moving on. People are going to speak with their feet and move on. We've got someone behind the scenes there who could be a big player in this, someone very caring, I feel. See, we've got the moon again. So when people find this stuff out, they're all going to move on, and that's what's going to cause the collapse. It's like the collapse of our system, which I have been feeling in my predictions. Just see anything else I can get behind the scenes now in terms of this energy. Widow, Wow. Yeah, that person is going to be cut out, face a loss because of what they've done in the past. It's going to fly back at them. Wow. Yeah, lawyer. So there's going to be a lawsuit. Someone's going to challenge that energy there, question them. There's going to be a lawsuit. This is the Ace of Swords again, the truth coming out. And it's going to surprise that energy in particular. That energy is going to be exposed. That American who lives abroad, who seems to enjoy coming to the UK, dabbling in farming, land. So you know who I mean. Okay, let's see a bit more about the future behind the scenes. Yeah, this card says enemy. So things will speed up in terms of, who's on our side. Now we've got institutions there, as I said, who, a lot of them are the enemy. People are going to walk away from them. The enemy being exposed as well. Wow, it's like the cards are really jumping out, really want to talk. Yeah, I'm feeling, again, healing. Some people have been harmed, I feel. And I feel there is going to be some healing given to those people. Some sort of treatment, potentially, if anyone's been harmed. Yeah, money was behind this, of course. It always is, isn't it? Again, we got the Seven of Wands. So they'll deny that. But they're also going to get a surprise. Anyone who's played a part in this, it's mainly going to be these big organisations. Yeah, again, a caring energy who's behind this. I feel it's already happening behind the scenes. In fact, a lot of these things have already been happening. We're just seeing it now. Even the takeover of companies. I felt this for a while. Some companies have already been taken over behind the scenes, and we're going to start to learn about these takeovers soon, but it's already happened. Channeled this from Spirit a while back, but I wasn't guided to do a reading on it. I'm including YouTube in that, by the way. Yeah, there's going to be a loss, sadness for a lot of those organisations. They're going to go bust. Ace, again, truth coming out. So the letter, information, news is going to get out there. Something more solid with the Fool there as well. You know what I'm seeing with this one? Although it's a postman, milkman. So people going back to, I know some people already do use milkman. There's one here in the UK, I think it's the Modern Milkman. I've seen them around, they knocked at my door once. Going back to the old ways of just having it freshly delivered from the farm. Rather than from these big organisations that want to harm people, and it's all about the money. So there's going to be new investments, I feel, that happen. I'm just going to clear the cards and the space. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I was just hearing from Spirit that many people already know about these big organisations and have already boycotted, supermarkets, the big brands in particular. But obviously for many, this will come as a bit of a shock. That's why it's gradually being released in terms of the news that we're hearing. But it will help people awaken to what's really been happening for a long time. The harmful stuff that's in many products, including like preservatives, the amount of chemicals, and stuff in a lot of things. So you're better off making stuff yourself. But some people obviously don't have time because they're chained to the work they do for those organisations. So it's, it's a vicious cycle for some. That's what it's feeling. Anyway, so the Bovaer that I mentioned, I feel it's toxic, harmful. That was kind of coming out there in the reading. There'll be healing. But let's just get anything else on that Bovaer. What Spirit wants to tell us about it. Yeah, wow, same card we had in the first spread, the Moon, deception. Things are being hidden about what it really does and the harms it can cause to people. Yeah, and the two towers are showing me, the lies in all of those big organisations owned by that emperor behind the scenes who pulls the strings, who's been making this happen. See the water being highlighted there as well. Harming animals, because we've got animals here, and people. That's what I'm being told. This has all been planned. There's already many hidden ingredients I'm hearing in certain things, or that people don't know what they are. I think they've said it can cause cancer. Well, no wonder, it's a chemical. Yeah, no surprise we got the Ace of Pentacles. And the clouds here, linking with the Moon, so things hidden, deception, money involved, an investment made, partnership coming out here. I'm also getting control with this card. So there's water in this card again. Wow. Harming, because it's then, as it's harming nature. And here's that energy again we had in the first spread. Someone here who's already making changes. They felt trapped for a long time, unable to do anything, but I feel they're now doing something behind the scenes they've been investigating. Really feel. See, this person's blindfolded, so people have been tricked, unaware of what they're consuming. Just going to put those there, take two more. Well, this is kind of showing us, again, what happens, because they're going from thinking they've made an investment, raking it in, to the Five of Pentacles, the loss of finances for those big players. Again, someone legal here stepping in behind the scenes, and there's two energies there. One's a lawyer, which we obviously had before, and one's a very caring person who wants changes for the world. The Wheel of Fortune shows that. The wheel will turn. There's the two energies there at the top. And all those big players will fall off the wheel. Good luck on our side. New investments, again, for the people. Change, definitely. Feeling change. Coming out, wow. Yeah, Seven of Swords, bottom of the deck. Lies, deception, linking with the moon. Not surprised to see that. But the Tower is going to create that change. Someone comes in and exposes it. It's already happening. As I said about websites, you know, this supermarket I mentioned, it just feels like it's a tower. Like, they said they're updating their website, but they don't tell you. And it's just really like, I just keep getting this image in my mind of it like that. Like it's just going to fall, collapse at any moment. That's what I feel. So this is all going to, you know, these two, I really feel it's going to come to light. But there's a lot that's not been told to the public. So trust your intuition, obviously, in terms of what you feel. But, you know, be mindful of what you consume. If you can, go to local producers, you know, rather than the big boys. But I know it's not always easy. Depends where you live. I'm going to pull some oracle cards now for the collective. Just realised they're blue. We're all in blue today. Now blue, the colour of the throat chakra. Truth coming out. I've got quite a lot of blue in these cards. Oh, I'm in blue as well. If any of you would like a private reading, by the way, the link is in the description box. They're still available at the moment. Well, I'm just being guided to stop there. First of all, it says best friends. And it's quite interesting. We've had a couple there, and we've had that couple there. So, couples involved. Some, you know, with positive intentions, and some not. But I'm just getting peace. Here, as I said, a new investment being made. This one says on your own. Interesting, single energy. Yeah, now this is also exposing to people the fact that we've been very reliant on these supermarkets and not reliant on ourselves. And we're being guided to do that, to be reliant on ourselves if we can. Produce your own things, be independent. At least you know what's in it. I mean, apart from the water, obviously. Wow, calm before the storm. Yeah, as I said about everything sort of erupting, collapsing, like the tower, this is the start. I'm really feeling that in terms of what's come through in this reading. There's going to be more. It's exposed. It could be quite shocking in terms of what they've been doing. Yeah, and it says sick and tired. People are fed up of the lies and deception. People are starting to wake up. It's number 33. A few things about that number. One is it's a master number, master teacher. So this is happening to teach people, show people the reality of our world. But I'm also getting, like I was saying about that emperor behind the scenes, 33, linking to what they do. They've got to the top of the ladder. Some of you know what I'm talking about in terms of a secret society and the lies that they also put out there. People are just fed up with it. It's coming out here. But also with sick, again, I'm getting that, some people unfortunately may have been sick, even lethargic, tired if you've got chemicals in your system. So just be mindful of that. But there will be healing in the future with that star card. And one more. Yeah, 17, number of the star. So linking again with the healing. And it says your ancestry. Now, her eyes are partly covered. So, with that blindfold we had there. This has been going on for a long time, I feel. And a lot of people don't know about this. Some have had, an idea. But for some, it's going to be a shock, as I said. This is going to free people with the wings. I'm saying like phoenix rising from the ashes. People are going to stand up, make changes, boycott, and a lot of them will go down. And people are going to start, if they haven't got them already, small little things, independent, selling your produce maybe, or just making it yourself, growing it rather. Yeah, like since these big companies started, that's where I feel we need to sort of go back in time and just have a look at what happened. I feel a lot of them started with good intentions, actually. It was what I just said, one person and maybe his family who started a business. But then they've been taken over by this emperor behind the scenes. And all the major players, bought out. And that's where, unfortunately, everything has just got contaminated in many ways. So I'm going to leave that there. Really hope that's brought you some clarity and insight. Let's see now what happens in the news. As I said, keep an eye out because there's going to be more exposed to us about this and other things. Thanks so much for watching. Sending peace, love and light to you all.